Africa is poor not because its people are lazy or its land is bad. It's because it was robbed and broken for a very long time. And then it was left to deal with the consequences alone. Human emptiness, the great theft of people. For 400 years, Africa was the main market for slaves for the entire world. They took the strongest and healthiest, young men and women. It's as if a farmer had his entire harvest and best workers taken away every year. After a few years, there was simply no one left to work and raise children. The continent was drained of its lifeblood. 2. Stupid borders, artificial countries. In 1885, European officials drew the borders of African countries on a map without asking the locals. They sliced up the map with a ruler, not caring that they were cutting tribes and ancient kingdoms in half. Result, in one new country like Nigeria or Rwanda, hostile peoples ended up together. When the colonizers left, these peoples immediately started civil wars for power. Peace and development became impossible. The funnel economy, everything taken out, nothing built up. The colonizers only wanted raw materials, gold, diamonds, copper, cocoa. They did not build factories, so locals could make chocolate from their own cocoa or clothes from their cotton. They built only roads from the mines to the ports to export the wealth faster. They did not teach people complex professions, engineers, doctors, managers. They only taught them to obey and work on plantations. Result by the 1960s, when countries became independent, they had no economy of their own. Only holes in the ground where resources had been pumped out, and a population that didn't know how to run a modern state. Or dictators in debts, money stolen, people forgotten. After the colonizers left, power often went to brutal dictators like Mobutu in Congo or Idi Amin in Uganda. They sold oil, diamonds, ore, and put the money in their own pockets, building palaces. To buy weapons and hold on to power, they took huge loans from other countries and the IMF. Result today, the new generations of leaders inherited empty treasuries and huge debts. All income goes to paying off these old debts, not to schools, hospitals, or roads. 5. Unfair rules of the game. The resource curse. Often in a country rich with oil or diamonds, like Nigeria or Angola, the people are the poorest. Because gangs and corrupt officials fight over the resources, and ordinary people get nothing from them. Unequal trade. Europe and China buy cheap raw materials from Africa, coffee, cocoa beans, ore, and sell back expensive finished goods, cars, medicine, electronics. Building their own factory and competing is almost impossible. Brain drain. The smartest and most educated, doctors, programmers, scientists, are recruited away by Europe, the USA, Canada. They are paid 10 to 20 times more there. Africa spends money to educate them and then loses them. 6. The climate hit on someone else's tab. Africa barely harmed the planet with factories and emissions, but it suffers from global warming the most. Droughts destroy crops, livestock die. Floods wash away entire villages. Example, Lake Chad, on which millions depended, has almost dried up. People are losing their last source of life. What's happening now? Is there hope? Yes, many African countries are not giving up and are finding a way out. Technology instead of wires. In Kenya, they invented mobile money M-Pesa. Now even a poor fisherman has a wallet in his phone. It's a revolution. Safety and charter. Rwanda, after the terrible 1994 genocide, became one of the cleanest and safest countries in Africa and is actively developing its IT business. Youth is strength. Africa has the youngest population in the world. Millions of energetic, ambitious young people. If they are given a good education and jobs, they will change everything. The main conclusion in one sentence. Africa is poor not because Africans don't know how to work. It is poor because for several centuries its history was written by others, those who robbed it, divided it, and threw it into the fire of conflict. Now it is trying to write its own history, but old wounds hinder it, and the rules of the global economy are still unfair to it.